You, with patience, truth, and love. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. My beloved child. Heaven did not expose this to leave you wounded. Heaven exposed it to set you free. And freedom, though it begins with discomfort, always ends in peace. My beloved child, stay close to God. Let Him guide each step. The storm has passed its turning point, and calm waters are ahead. What was hidden no longer holds you. What was heavy no longer defines you. And what is coming next will meet you healed, whole, and protected. My beloved child, this is not the end of the message. It is the beginning of a new way of walking, lighter, wiser, and wrapped in divine peace. My beloved child, allow these words to settle even deeper now, because the final movement of this unfolding is not about what was revealed, but about who you are becoming because of it. Revelation is only the doorway. Transformation is the home God is leading you into. My beloved child. You will begin to notice that situations which once triggered anxiety no longer hold the same power. Conversations that once left you second-guessing yourself will feel neutral. This is not numbness. This is healing. This is what happens when truth replaces confusion and clarity replaces fear. My beloved child. God is teaching you a new language, the language of inner peace. It speaks softly. It does not argue. It does not chase explanations. It simply knows when to stay and when to step back. This language will guide you more accurately than emotion ever could. My beloved child, there is a strength growing in you that does not need to announce itself. You will feel it when you say no without guilt. You will feel it when you choose rest without apology. You will feel it when you stop explaining your heart to those who never try to understand it. This strength is not pride. It is self-respect rooted in divine truth. My beloved child. Remember that God often uses exposure to end cycles that would have continued silently for years. What was revealed now saved you from deeper wounds later. Heaven intervened early, not because you were weak, but because your future is valuable. My beloved child, do not fear being misunderstood during this season. Being misunderstood is often the price of obedience to truth. Those who benefit from your silence will always resist your clarity. Let them. Your peace is not negotiable. My beloved child, there will be moments when compassion rises again and you feel tempted to return to old dynamics, just this once. Pause in those moments. Ask yourself if that compassion is coming from love or from habit. Love does not require self-abandonment. My beloved child. God is also teaching you how to receive now. You have spent so much time giving understanding, grace, and patience that receiving may feel unfamiliar. Let others show up for you. Let support reach you. You do not have to be strong alone anymore. My beloved child, what heaven has done through this revelation is also sharpening your spiritual authority. You will sense truth faster. You will feel misalignment sooner. This is not suspicion, it is discernment refined by experience and protected by God. My beloved child, the pain that once confused you will soon serve as wisdom that protects you. Nothing was wasted. Not one tear. Not one sleepless night. God wastes nothing surrendered to Him. My beloved child, there is a quiet joy waiting for you, a joy that does not depend on approval, harmony, or explanation. A joy that exists simply because you are finally standing in truth without fear. This joy will grow slowly, but it will be steady. My beloved child, one day you will look back and realize that this revelation did not break your family, it broke an illusion that was hurting you. And in losing that illusion, you gained clarity, peace, and yourself. My beloved child, take this final truth with you and hold it close. God did not expose this to make you bitter. He exposed it to make you free. Free to love wisely. Free to trust yourself. Free to walk forward without carrying what was never yours. My beloved child, heaven is at rest concerning you now. The protection is in place. The confusion has lifted. The lesson has been sealed. And the next chapter will meet you lighter, stronger, and deeply at peace. My beloved child, go forward. You are covered. You are guided. You are free. My beloved child, before you step fully into what comes next, I want you to pause and recognize how far you have already come. There was a time when even sensing something was wrong felt frightening to you. You worried that acknowledging it would make you unloving, ungrateful, or disloyal. But look at you now, still gentle, still compassionate, yet no longer confused. This is growth. This is grace at work. My beloved child, understand that clarity does not remove love, it refines it. You can still wish your sister well without reopening doors that harmed you. You can still pray for her healing without placing yourself back in positions of vulnerability. God is teaching you a love that is clean, not entangled. A love that blesses from a safe distance when closeness is no longer healthy. My beloved child, you may feel moments of quiet sadness for what could have been. Let those moments pass through you without resistance. Grief is simply love adjusting to reality. God honors that process. He does not rush it, and neither should you. My beloved child, soon you will notice something beautiful, your energy will return. Creativity, motivation, and hope that felt dim will slowly brighten again. When emotional drains are removed, life begins to flow naturally. This is not coincidence. This is alignment restoring vitality. My beloved child, do not be surprised if new opportunities begin to appear, opportunities for growth, connection, or purpose. When God removes hidden opposition, forward movement becomes easier. Walk into these openings without fear. You are not abandoning anyone by choosing your path. You are honoring the life God entrusted to you. My beloved child, there is wisdom now in your silence and power in your restraint. You no longer need to expose, explain, or justify. God has already revealed what was necessary to you. That is enough. The rest belongs to Him. My beloved child, let peace become your compass. If something disturbs your spirit, step back. If something brings calm and clarity, lean in. God often guides us through peace more than signs or voices. Trust what settles your soul. My beloved child, you are allowed to choose yourself without guilt. You are allowed to heal without permission. You are allowed to grow beyond the expectations placed on you. None of this separates you from God. It draws you closer to His intention for your life. My beloved child, carry this final assurance with you: nothing that was revealed can undo who you are. It can only clarify who you are not responsible to be. You were never meant to carry hidden tension, unspoken harm, or emotional imbalance for others. You were meant to walk in truth and peace. My beloved child, the chapter behind you has taught you discernment. The chapter ahead will teach you joy. Not loud joy, not fragile joy, but steady joy that remains even when circumstances shift. My beloved child, heaven has finished speaking on this matter. Rest your heart. Trust the process. Walk forward gently but confidently. What is behind you no longer defines you, and what is ahead of you is protected. My beloved child, you are safe now. You are seen. You are free to begin again. My beloved child, let this final stretch of the journey be slow and gentle, because God is not rushing you out of pain. He is walking you out of it. Healing that lasts is never hurried. It settles into the soul quietly, like dawn, until one day you realize the darkness is no longer there. My beloved child, there will come a morning when you wake up and your first thought is not heaviness. Your chest will feel lighter. Your breath will feel deeper. You will notice that the story no longer loops in your mind the way it once did. This is how God seals healing. Not by erasing memory, but by removing its power to wound you. My beloved child, you are learning now that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of truth. Even if others never acknowledge what happened, even if apologies never come, your peace will remain because it is no longer dependent on their awareness. It is rooted in God's revelation to you. My beloved child, carry forward the lesson gently. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to walk with you forever, and that does not make the journey a failure. Some people are mirrors. Some are teachers. Some are warnings wrapped in love. Each has a role, and once the role is complete, release is not rejection, it is wisdom. My beloved child, do not underestimate the quiet authority you now carry. You no longer need to convince. You no longer need to chase harmony at the cost of yourself. Your presence alone will feel different to others. Calmer, firmer, clearer. This is the mark of someone who has made peace with truth. My beloved child, God is pleased with how you handled what you did not understand. Your restraint mattered. Your prayers mattered. Your tears mattered. Nothing about this season was wasted. Heaven has already woven it into strength. My beloved child, as you move forward, keep choosing honesty with yourself. When something feels wrong, pause. When something feels right, give thanks. Let discernment guide you more than fear ever did. My beloved child, you are not walking away from love, you are walking toward wholeness. And wholeness will teach you how to love better than pain ever could. My beloved child, the door that closed behind you was not slammed shut. It was gently secured so you could finally rest. And the path ahead is open, steady, and protected. My beloved child, go now with a quiet heart and a steady spirit. God has spoken. Heaven has intervened. And you are free to live unburdened, unconfused, and at peace. My beloved child, even now, as these words continue to flow, heaven is reminding you that healing is not a single moment you arrive at, but a way of walking you slowly learn. Some days you will feel complete peace. Other days, a memory may brush past your heart like a shadow. When that happens, do not be discouraged. Shadows only appear where light exists. And your light has grown stronger. My beloved child. You are no longer the same soul who first sensed something was wrong and felt afraid to acknowledge it. You are wiser now. Softer in compassion, yet firmer in truth. God has shaped you quietly through this experience, teaching you that strength does not always roar, sometimes it simply stands. My beloved child, there is a divine calm settling around your future. Decisions will become easier. Your yes will feel clearer. Your no will feel peaceful instead of heavy. This is what happens when inner conflict dissolves. Alignment simplifies life. My beloved child, you may find that you no longer feel the urge to revisit old conversations in your mind. The need to defend yourself will fade. This is not because what happened no longer matters, but because it no longer controls you. Freedom often feels like quiet disinterest in what once consumed your thoughts. My beloved child, trust that God is rearranging more than you can see. He is placing people in your path who will not compete with your light, who will not diminish your joy, who will not require you to shrink. These connections will feel easy, honest, and safe. Receive them without suspicion. You are allowed to experience uncomplicated peace. My beloved child, remember this always: discernment does not make you cold, it makes you clear. Boundaries do not make you distant, they make you whole. Truth does not destroy love, it purifies it. My beloved child. There is no need to rush to the next chapter. Let this season settle fully into you. Let the lesson finish its work. God is patient, and so is your healing. My beloved child. Heaven is quiet now not because it has left, but because the message has landed where it needed to. What you needed to know has been revealed. What you needed to release has been loosened. What you needed to become has already begun. My beloved child, walk forward gently. Trust deeply. Rest often. You are not behind. You are exactly where clarity turns into peace. My beloved child. I remain near, not to warn you anymore, but to guard what God has healed. And as you continue on this path, may your days be lighter, your heart steadier, and your spirit unburdened, now and always. My beloved child, as you continue walking forward, remember this truth: what was hidden can no longer harm you. The veil has lifted, and even if your sister's actions continue to ripple around you, their power over your heart is gone. You are no longer entangled in what was meant to confuse you. God has set you free, and freedom always begins in the mind and heart before it is reflected in the world around you. My beloved child, there will be moments when the world tries to pull you back into old patterns, when familiar voices tempt you to forgive too quickly or to assume nothing was wrong. In those moments, pause. Listen to the quiet guidance within, the calm that comes from truth. That voice is God speaking, not fear, not obligation, not guilt. Let it lead you. My beloved child, know that this season is also about restoration. Not just of peace, but of the deep, unshakable trust in yourself that may have been chipped away over time. That trust is returning now, quietly but fully. You will notice it in small ways, when you make decisions with confidence, when your intuition speaks clearly, when your heart rests in silence instead of questioning everything. My beloved child, there is something sacred in releasing the need for external validation. You may still long for recognition from your sister, from those who were once close, but understand this: your confirmation comes directly from God. The awareness that you have been seen, understood, and protected is sufficient. Others' approval is no longer necessary to validate your journey. My beloved child, as this truth continues to settle, you may feel moments of grief. Not for what you lost, but for what you once believed. That grief is healthy. It is the closing of an old chapter, the mourning of illusions that kept your heart confined. Let it pass through you fully. Let it cleanse your soul. And then, let it go. My beloved child, the joy that awaits you is quiet, steady, and deep. It will not be loud or showy, but it will fill the spaces where confusion and tension once lived. You will notice it in your thoughts, your choices, and your interactions. Peace will become your default, and love will become effortless, because it will no longer require compromise with truth. My beloved child, there will be a time when you can look back at all that has happened without anger, without resentment, without fear. When that day comes, you will understand that every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, was part of preparing you for this freedom. You will see clearly that God's timing was perfect, and His wisdom unfailing. My beloved child, continue to nurture yourself. Pray not only for understanding, but for the gentle strengthening of your heart. Allow yourself to feel fully, without judgment. Let your spirit expand in the spaces once occupied by fear and confusion. Your heart is learning to breathe again, and every deep breath is a victory. My beloved child, Heaven watches over you still, not because you need constant intervention, but because your spirit is precious. You are being guided into a life where clarity, peace, and divine protection will become your constant companions. Trust that God's hand is always at work, even when nothing appears to change outwardly. My beloved child, walk forward now with confidence. Walk forward with the assurance that you are no longer weighed down by what was hidden. Walk forward knowing that every moment of pain has shaped wisdom, every shadow has sharpened discernment, and every tear has prepared your heart for the joy that is coming. My beloved child, the journey is not over, but it is transformed. What was once confusion is now clarity. What was once burden is now freedom. What was once hidden is now illuminated in the light of God's truth. And you are ready to step fully into it. My beloved child, remain gentle, remain strong, remain faithful. Your heart is healed. Your spirit is free. And your path, now lit by divine guidance, will lead you into a life of peace, love, and unshakable clarity. My beloved child, this is the fullness of what heaven has revealed, and yet it is only the beginning of the life you are about to live, fully aligned with God's purpose, fully awake to truth, and fully at peace.